Okay, let us discuss the last topic in the lesson, Union Parliament, which is nothing but Prime Minister and the Union Cabinet. Before going into discuss this topic, let me give a small structure of the lesson, Union Government. See here, first of all, Union Government, this is the content what we are dealing with. So here, Union Government majorly deals with how many organs? 3 organs, right? One will be legislative, and second one is executive. The third one is judiciary. So generally what we can call it as, these are the 3 organs of the Union Government, right? So now legislature, this will be comprises with what? Legislature majorly comprises with president will be there, and we can say that Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So how the act will be going to convert as a bill, that is through this one. So now what executive will be comprises? Executive majorly comprises with Prime Minister. Prime Minister. Prime Minister under there is a cabinet. Cabinet. Executive comprises with the Prime Minister and his cabinet. Judiciary already we know, right? That is Supreme Court. Supreme Court in the central, High Court in the state. So this is the major structure of the lesson, Union Government. Students, already we discussed with Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha as well as President. We dealt with Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President. With that, we have completed the discussion about legislature, right? So now, what is the next organ of the Union Government? That is the executive. Executive majorly comprises with what? Prime Minister and cabinet. So in the same manner, this legislature, this is Union legislature. Union legislature. If it is a state, if it is a state legislature, if it is a state legislature, it will be comprised with, if the state will be having 2 houses, means here we can say that Vidhan Sabha, and the second one will be, we can say that Legislative Council. Legislative Council. That is all about state legislature, right? Union legislature means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. State legislature, some states will be having 2 houses and some states will be having only 1 house. If the state will be having 2 houses, that is known as bicameral legislature. Here Vidhana Sabha as well as Legislative Council. In the same manner, this is Union Executive. Union Executive. If it is a state, executive, who will be comprises? Instead of Prime Minister, there will be a Chief Minister. Chief Minister. Along with the Chief Minister, his cabinet will be there. Cabinet. I hope you are very clear, right? Union Government major organs. The organs of the government, it is quite common in the Union Government as well as state government. If it is a Union Government, legislature comprises with Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. If it is a state legislature, it will be comprises with Vidhana Sabha and Legislative Council. Next, executive. If it is a Union Executive, means Prime Minister and cabinet. If it is a state executive, means Chief Minister and cabinet. And welcome to judiciary. If it is a judiciary at central, means Supreme Court. Here, state in the sense means judiciary matters of the state will be dealt by what? High Court. So this is the complete structure of the functioning of government in India. See, so far we dealt with Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President. So now the last content in the lesson Union Government, that is executive organ. Just now I told to you, executive organ will be comprised with what? Prime Minister and the Cabinet. That is all about the today topic. Prime Minister and the Union Cabinet. See, judiciary is an independent organ. There is no connectivity in between legislature, executive and judiciary. That is the reason why judiciary content we will discuss in a separate manner. So far we dealt with the complete structure of the union government and state government. Now let us move on to the topic, that is Prime Minister and the Union Cabinet. Listen carefully. The head of Indian Republic is President. Who is the head of Indian Republic? Head of Indian Republic. Head of Indian Republic is President. President is the head of Indian Republic. Whereas head of the government, that is Prime Minister. Head of the government is Prime Minister. Our constitution provides Prime Minister along with his cabinet in order to assist, in order to advise President in the administration. Our constitution provides cabinet along with its head as a Prime Minister in order to assist and advise. So what is the major function of a Prime Minister and his cabinet? They will assist. They will assist and advise. Assist and advise President of India. That's what we discussed in the previous class. Every act of a president, that is according to the suggestions made by the Prime Minister and his cabinet. That's what our constitution provides. Prime Minister along with its cabinet to assist and advise the President of India. So every function of a president, that is as per the recommendations of Prime Minister and his cabinet. Prime Minister and his cabinet. That is the major purpose. Already I told to you. If the President is the head of Indian Republic, then Prime Minister is the head of the government. Actually, the power of a president in India only for a namesake, but each and every executive functioning will be done by Prime Minister and his cabinet. So that is the reason why Prime Minister and his cabinet are the real executive. They will be considered as real executive. Even though President will be there in the executive organ, but he will be for namesake. Prime Minister and his cabinet is the real executive. Okay. See, just look into example in our daily life. Of course, we have a president for our country, Ramnath Kovind, and we know our Prime Minister at present, Narendra Modi. So, frequently, whose name you are observing in the news? Whose name? It may be a president name or Prime Minister name. It is a Prime Minister name because he is a very active in the administration while compared with President of India. That's what I told you here. Even though President is the head of complete country, but head of the government is the Prime Minister. Okay, now what are the major functions and powers performed by the Prime Minister? What are the major powers? Powers of Prime Minister. Powers of Prime Minister. Powers of Prime Minister. So now, what is the major powers and functions of a Prime Minister means? He will appoint. Prime Minister will appoint. He will appoint ministers and allocate portfolio. Prime Minister will be having the power to appoint the ministers and he will allocate the portfolios. So now here, remaining, first of all, Prime Minister is appointed by the President, right? After that, after President is appointed Prime Minister, As per the advice, as per the suggestions of Prime Minister, President will appoint remaining ministers. So here remaining ministers will be appointed by the President, but as per the advice given by the Prime Minister. See here, you may confuse with the word portfolio, right? Here I will give the explanation. So here Prime Minister will be there, right? Under Prime Minister there are different cabinets will be there. Different cabinets. Let us take example. Home Minister, Defense, Finance. Home Minister, Defense, Finance, and one more we will take, right? We can take Education. Education. This what we can consider as a cabinet. Prime Minister under different cabinet will be there, right? Home Minister will be there, Defense Minister will be there, Finance Minister, Education Minister. Each and every wing that is known as a portfolio. Example, Home is a portfolio, Defense Ministry is a portfolio, Finance Ministry is a portfolio, and Education Ministry that is a portfolio. See here, at present who is the Home Minister of India? Who is the Home Minister of India? The Home Minister of India is Amit Shah. Correct or not? That Amit Shah is appointed by whom? President. As per the recommendation made by the Prime Minister. Means for the appointment of every minister, Prime Minister will be advised President. In the same manner, as per the Prime Minister's suggestions only, President will allocate. Allocate means different, giving portfolios. Example, Home Minister Amit Shah, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Likewise, different portfolios Prime Minister will give. So Prime Minister will be suggest to the President of India. So the first power of a Prime Minister, that is appoint ministers and allocate portfolios. Next power will be, we can say that Prime Minister is the head of the government. Prime Minister is the head of the government. Yes, here the head of Indian Republic is President. Prime Minister is the head of government. Each and every policy of the government. First of all, what is government? Government is a organization in which the administration will be takes place, that is known as a government. So here the government is formed by the different political parties. At present, government in the Union India, that is formed by the BJP government with the head of Narendra Modi as a Prime Minister. So here government will be changed, but administration it won't change. So now here Prime Minister is the head of the government. Each and every policy which is going to implement by the government, that is analyzed and designed by the Prime Minister only. So is any kind of actions that is done by the government, that is with the involvement of Prime Minister. That's what the reason why Prime Minister is a head of the government. It is a very important function. And the last function of the Prime Minister is a head of Union Cabinet. Prime Minister is the head of Union Cabinet. Just now I told you our constitution provides cabinet with its head. Who is the head of the cabinet? Prime Minister is the head of the cabinet. See, Prime Minister having the power to conduct meetings with the cabinet. He will call for general meetings, and the Prime Minister will call for any kind of urgent meeting by the cabinet ministers. So all activities are done by the cabinet, that is through the Prime Minister only. So he can advise, he can appoint ministers, he can remove the ministers, he can suggest to the President of India. And we can say that Prime Minister act like a link between President and cabinet. Prime Minister is a link between President and Union Cabinet. Due to those kind of reasons, we can justify that Prime Minister is a head of the Union Cabinet. So children, the major powers of the Prime Minister, which is nothing but he will appoint ministers, he will allocate. Allocate means what? Giving. Example, Home Minister, one ministry, Defense, one ministry, Finance, one ministry. Likewise, that is known as allocates. Next, head of the government is each and everything. Example, prime minister is responsible to maintain good relation with other countries, and he will make some policies like foreign affairs and all kind of things as a head of the government, and he is the head of the union cabinet also. So this is all the information about Prime Minister of India. So that President is the head of the Indian Republic and the Prime Minister is the head of the cabinet. So as a part of this topic, I am giving you a small assignment. So in your note, just list out all the Prime Ministers of India. Along with their tenure. Of course, that will be given in the textbook. Just go through the list of all prime ministers. So as per their tenure of that rule. So in this occasion, we should remember that the first prime minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru. The first prime minister of India, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. That is all about the important functions and powers of a prime minister. Important powers and functions of prime minister. So far we discussed the major powers and functions of Prime Minister. Now let us move on to the next topic in the same content, that is Union Cabinet. See here, Union Cabinet is a real executive. Union Cabinet is a real executive. Union Cabinet will be contains two hierarchy of ministers. Means we can say that two levels. Ministers. One is cabinet level. The second level will be ministers of states. Union government is a real executive, right? So means every policy is implemented by the cabinet function only. So in here the cabinet will be having two levels of ministers. One will be cabinet level, the second one will be ministers of states. Here the total strength of Union Cabinet. Total strength of Union Cabinet is to 15% of total members in Parliament. Means the strength of Union Cabinet that must be 15% of total members in the entire Parliament. Very important key point you must remember. The total strength of Union Cabinet is to 15% of total members in the Union Parliament. How much percentage? That is 15%. So this hierarchy will be having two levels. One is cabinet level. The second one will be ministers of states. Now, what are the major functions? What are the responsibilities of the Union Cabinet? The responsibilities will be classified. The responsibilities of Union Cabinet. The responsibilities of Union Cabinet will be classified into two. One will be individual responsibility. The second one will be collective responsibility. The responsibilities of Union government are classified into two. One is individual responsibility and collective responsibility. See here, cabinet means I have already told you, right? See example, Prime Minister. We can say that one. Cabinet A, Cabinet B, Cabinet C, Cabinet D. So now here responsibilities of Union Cabinet, individual cabinet, right? Individual responsibility. A is a one cabinet. This cabinet, one minister will be there. This minister is responsible for the development of this cabinet. The concern cabinet, a minister is responsible for the development of functioning of cabinet A. That is known as individual responsibility. Every cabinet will be having one representative called minister. That minister itself responsible for the functioning of a particular cabinet. The success and failure of this ministry depending upon this minister. Clear again? Again I will say the success and failure of a concerned cabinet will be depending upon minister in that ministry. Now, in the same manner, cabinet B will be having one minister, cabinet C will be having one minister, cabinet B also will be having one minister. So, every means success and failure of home, that is depending upon home minister. The success and failure of finance in a country, that is depending upon finance minister. The success and failure of education in a country, that is depending upon educational minister. That what we can call it as individual responsibility. And what else? Collective responsibility means what? All the ministers in the union cabinet, all the ministers are collectively responsible. They are collectively responsible. They are collectively responsible towards what? Towards parliament. Towards parliament. All the ministers in the cabinet, they are collectively responsible towards parliament. That is the reason why here Lok Sabha is going to dissolve. Rajya Sabha, it won't get dissolved. Why? Because means the Prime Minister and his cabinet, they are enjoying their power in the house until they are having confidence in the house. Very, very important. You must remember this point. All the ministers in the union cabinet, they are responsible towards government. If the cabinet is failed to give answer to the parliament, at that time, that cabinet will be removed through no confidence motion. Very, very important. No confidence motion. No confidence motion. So no confidence motion. Listen carefully. See, all the ministers in the union cabinet, they are responsible towards parliament. That is the reason why Lok Sabha gets dissolved. Why? Because means Prime Minister and his cabinet, they will enjoy their power until they are having confidence in the house. Once they will lost their confidence, they have to resign. They will be removed from their position. That concept, that process is known as no confidence motion. So here, remember, Supreme Court judge and president, they will remove from their position through motion of impeachment. Motion of impeachment. Prime Minister and his cabinet, they will remove from the position by using no confidence motion. No confidence motion. Listen carefully. So here, whenever they are lost their confidence in the house, they have to introduce this no confidence bill in the Lok Sabha. This bill should be introduced in Lok Sabha. No confidence bill must be introduced initially first in Lok Sabha. If it is in the union government, if it is state means that is Vidhana Sabha. Vidhana Sabha. This no confidence bill. Listen carefully. Not only Prime Minister and Cabinet, even state, Chief Minister and Cabinet, they also can remove through the no confidence motion. So no confidence motion bill must be introduced first in Lok Sabha if it is a union parliament. It will be introduced in Vidhana Sabha if it is a state government. So once this house will be get approved, it will be passed to the another house, so that Prime Minister and their cabinet, they must resign from their position. So this process is known as no confidence motion. See, no confidence bill must be introduced in Lok Sabha in the central government, and it will be in Vidhana Sabha in the state government. Best example now I will give. Recently in Karnataka, what happens? Now at present the ruling will be Ruling will be organizing by which government in Karnataka? That is BJP. Before BJP government will be arise, 2 or 2.5 years, the ruling in Karnataka was done by JDS government and the Congress. Alliance by JDS government and Congress. After that, what happened? They introduced no confidence motion bill in the Vidhan Sabha. That is known as the floor test. So, in that no confidence motion, bill is accepted. Majority of the people in Lok Sabha, they are accepted. Means majority of the people in Vidhan Sabha, they are accepted. Finally, what happened? The Congress government dissolved in Karnataka, and after that, BJP government succeeded by proving their strength in the floor test. At present, BJP government is ruling. That's what the tenure of Prime Minister and Chief Minister, the tenure of Union Cabinet and State Cabinet, that is depending upon until they are maintaining trust in the House. So, in India, so far, 34 bills are, 34 no confidence bills are introduced. In that, some are get succeed and some are will be get failed. So far in India, 34 no confidence motions will be introduced in Lok Sabha. So it will be the quite common in state government as well as union government to introduce no confidence motion bill in order to dethrone particular government. So this is all about the responsibilities of Prime Minister and responsibilities of Union Cabinet, and more importantly, a very important concept that we discussed, that is no confidence motion. So my dear children, this is the end of the lesson. A huge topic, a huge lesson, that is union government. So in that union government, we discussed about union legislature, we discussed about Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, we discussed about president, and after that, today we discussed executive. In that Prime Minister and cabinet we discussed, and finally we ended with our union government lesson with no confidence motion. So this is all about the lesson union government. So again we will meet in the another class to discuss some more important about the next lesson in the part of social science, that is political science. Thank you children, have a nice day.